Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Man Views, where I cover videos that can possibly help our fathers and men. I'm B, the CEO, and let's get to it.
Leah Ann Kidd with the Lubbock County District Attorney's Office representing the department. With me today are Permanency Specialist Margaret Allen and Supervisor Amanda Roberts. We're present and we're ready.
Lindsay Murray, on behalf of the mother who's present, we are present and ready.
Jim
Matt
Shaw,
Morrow,
go ahead.
sorry, Jim.
Go ahead.
Matt Morrow, attorney for the children present, ready you are.
Jim Shaw representing the father, Mr. Boucher.
Christopher Boucher, father of Landon and Colton Boucher.
We also have Mr. Dela Cruz present. Okay.
Yes, Father of Grace.
Tell me about the children. It looks like they are at the Boys Ranch. Tell me how they're doing there.
Yes, Your Honor. They remain at the same placement, the Texas Girls and Boys Ranch. Overall, all three children are doing well. Grace is very vocal about her wants and needs and what she likes and dislikes. She's getting very close to her 17th birthday, and she is very vocal about her wanting to go with her dad in Florida. She does well in school overall. She is not wanting to participate in any extracurricular activities right now. She is working on earning back her cell phone. It just seems that every time she almost gets it back, she has a step back at school or at the placement where it makes it to where she can't get her cell phone back yet. But overall, the house parents enjoy having her there. She was able to go on a fishing trip recently with the campus, so it wasn't her favorite activity, but she was able to go. And she and the other siblings are also having weekend visits with a maternal cousin on the weekends as well, which has kind of helped to get out of the placement and to get more away for a little bit, just to have some time with other family members. Landon is doing very well in his placement. He was able to participate in basketball this past winter, which he enjoyed. It was one of his first times to get participate in a organized sport. He's also in band and he plays a trombone. He was very excited for a concert that he had coming up earlier this month. He's also enjoying pre-athletics. He was very excited to tell me last month that he was the second fastest kid in his class when he did the 400. He does not like to run long distance, but he much prefers the short distance. But his grades are good. He does very well in school. Doesn't really have a lot of behavior issues at placement. There was some concerns with looking at inappropriate material on some electronics, but placement has addressed that issue with him and have limited some of his ability on his electronics. Colton is doing well as well. He did have a struggle there for about a month to where his behaviors had increased. He was having increased issues with ISS, with struggles at school and at home. Once he had a reward to work towards, and that was him getting to go on a different fishing trip, which he was excited about. That seemed to kind of help with those behaviors, and where he's kind of calmed down and is back to where he's following directions and having better days.
Okay. Any sort of health issues with any of the children?
Overall, they are healthy. Colton does still continue to be treated for absent seizures. He had his last appointment on January 10th, and there wasn't any evidence that he had been having any seizures. He has his next appointment on May 17th for another follow-up to see if there's been any other seizure progress. And at that time, if they haven't, there could be a possibility that they start weaning him slowly off medication.
Good. Let's talk about medications. Other than the seizure medication Colton's on, do we have any medications for any of the children?
Grace is on medication for ADHD and depression. Landon is not on any medication, and then Colton is also on medication for ADHD.
How do we feel about the medications? Are they working? Are they good?
Yes, both. Grace tells me that overall she thinks her medication does help her. They did raise some of her dosages in January, but she feels like it's helpful to her. Colton states his medications, he feels like they help him as well.
Okay. Mr. Morrow, any additional concerns regarding the children?
No, Judge, I was able to speak with Grace yesterday and talk with her on the phone about her desires and what she wants. And I want to echo kind of what Margaret told the court is that she does want to be with her dad in Florida. And I think, from what I understand, that he's willing to take the other kids as well, and that they all want to be together. So maybe we can move forward with looking at that and getting that set in a situation that's workable.
Okay, we'll talk more about all that in just a second. Ms. Black, do you have any concerns regarding the children?
No, ma'am. Yeah.
Okay. Mr. Boucher, any additional concerns regarding the children?
I don't have any concerns regarding the children. I talk to them once to twice a week, and they seem to be doing pretty well.
Okay, Mr. Dela Cruz, do you have any concerns regarding Grace?
Well, my concern would be just to see how, getting the process started to getting her to Florida with me. Other than that, I don't have any concerns. I as well talk to her twice a week. I know this is where she wants to be, and I am willing to take the boys if that's if their father or mother can't get them back. I'm willing to do that. But I just want to know, how can we get this process started?
Yes, sir.
Moving along.
Let's talk about that, Ms. Kidd. What is the plan? We're in permanency, we're in PMC. I think Ms. Black being incarcerated is sort of a new development in the case. We have a home study pending, it's my understanding, on Mr. Dela Cruz. Let's talk about the status of the home study on Mr. Dela Cruz.
So it's my understanding that very recently Mr. De La Cruz finished everything that the study required. We asked for an update through the ICPC system because we are not allowed to directly request a status, and ICPC people did not get back with us. We are very hopeful it will be back soon, as Mr. De La Cruz said that he finished all the requirements, but we've had no confirmation through ICPC. And my other understanding was that the children have no problem going with Mr. De La Cruz, but Mr. Christopher, the other dad, is objecting to that. And there is also a home study out of Virginia, but we're not allowed to check on that until 60 days have passed, which will be May 17th. So we're doing everything we can, Judge. It's just the process.
And can I say something, Judge, please?
Yes, sir.
If their father would like to take the boys, like I was just doing it. I was just doing it to get all of them together. But I mean, yeah, I have no problem with just getting my daughter either way.
I understand. Okay, Ms. Murray, does your client have a position as with respect to these home studies and these placements?
Yes, Your Honor. My client's position would be that all the children would be together because they are very bonded, and we would like all the children with Mr. De La Cruz.
Okay. Mr. Shaw, what is your client's position?
Judge, he wants his children back. He would like to address the court if the court would allow him.
Go ahead, Mr. Boucher.
Your Honor, I've spent days, hours, tons of time trying to get a hold of somebody to figure out what I need to do to get my children. None of this was of any fault of my own. And I've tried contacting St. Francis. I've tried contacting CPS, and nobody's gotten back to me over the course of the two years or so that this has been going on. I have financially taken care of my kids. I have financially helped Mrs. Black pay for her drug tests and everything else, and yet I'm the one that's being, put down and trying to be kept away from my children. I talk to my kids regularly, and the court has been lied to about me not having any contact with my kids. and just the whole process has been unfair to me as their father. And I'm willing to do whatever I need to do to get my kids.
Okay, I'm gonna appoint Craig Johnston to represent, I'm sorry. Yes, I'm gonna appoint Craig Johnston to represent Mr. Dela Cruz in this matter. And I will set this for a final hearing. Ms. Kidd, the department's gonna need to file new pleadings. Ms. Kidd, at this point, what is the department's intentions with respect to the mother's rights?
Judge, at this point, I think that what the department is wanting is to place all the children with Mr. De La Cruz. If that were to happen, we obviously wouldn't want to terminate mom's rights so that there's possibility of child support and et cetera. However, if we go to final, we may be asking to terminate all the parents except for Mr. De La Cruz, because according to our information and what we've worked throughout the case, he's the only one doing everything that we've asked of him.
Judge, my client needs some contact from St. Francis to tell him what the services are that they're looking for. They have not given him the contact, and each time that I call him, I have no problem getting a hold of him. So there is a breakdown in the contact between the government and him, and he's very frustrated in that he's getting left out of this process.
Sounds like it. It is on the burden's on the department though, for sure, when we go to a final hearing in this case. The problem with setting it for a final hearing is I have no idea when to set it because I have no idea how long the ICPC home studies are going to take. So I'm going to set it for another permanency hearing in this setting, August the 19th at 2. But Ms. Kidd, please let the court know when when both ICPC home studies have come back.
Yes, Judge.
And at that point, I will set it for a final hearing. But for now, it'll be another permanency hearing in this setting, August the 19th at 2.
Yes, Judge.
And Jamie, let's do an order appointing Mr. Johnston to represent Mr. De La Cruz. Okay, anything else? It certainly sounds like there's some miscommunication going on with Mr. Boucher and the department and the kids and everything. So I agree. Whoever the worker is in this case, you need to get with Mr. Boucher. And if I need to set up a breakout room so you guys know how to get a hold of each other and set up services and talk about the service plan. We didn't even talk about that at the final hearing. At the final hearing in this case, there was a supplemental order for actions for the mother and Mr. De La Cruz. Didn't talk about Mr. Boucher at all. So if we need to do another plan of service and set up another supplemental order for actions, include Mr. Boucher in that, let's do that. I don't have a whole lot of information about Mr. Boucher.
Yes, Judge.
Okay. Anything else?
No, Judge.
All right, next permanency hearing, August the 19th at 2, unless the parties hear from me regarding a final hearing setting. And again, Ms. Kidd, please don't forget to let me know when those ICPC home studies are ready.
I will do that, Judge.
Okay. There's nothing else. We'll be adjourned. Thank you.
With that being said, as always, don't forget to like the video, share the video, and comment your thoughts below. Let's start a dialogue about this topic. As always, subscribe to the channel. See you next time, man. Peace out.